All right, so now what we want to do is add our sound effect that we've created into our game. And we're going to do this, there's a couple steps, but first thing is I want you to know that we're going to be working with the object, the rocket ship object here, and we currently have our key up, key down, key press events. Now, the key press space event creates the bullet, and so it's in that event that we're also going to want to have it make the sound. So whenever the space bar is pressed, the bullet is formed on the screen, and the sound effect of a bullet shooting is going to happen at the same time. So we're going to add it right here. But before we can add it, we need to create a resource for our sound. So we're going to have to go up here to sounds and our resources, and we're going to have to right click it and say create. And we need to create a sound effect. Now, just like everything else, we've got to name that sound. So we're going to call it SND underscore, and we want to call it ship shoot. All right, that way we know what sound effect that's going to be. Now, right to the right of this, we need to choose a sound file, and we created some sound files. And so we're going to go ahead and go into our sound recordings, and we're going to pick ship shoot 2 because that was the one that was modified. We're going to say open. And so now ship shoot 2 is applied to the sound ship shoot option here. I think we can hit play even to preview it. There we go, perfect. So all of it's working out great, and now we're able to use this in our application. So you can see here we've got our sound listed, and there is our ship shoot. Now at the same time, let's go ahead and create the same process, and let's go ahead and make our ship destroy sound, and let's go ahead and find our explosion noise. There we go. And same kind of thing, let's just preview it. Awesome, very good. So we've got our two assets. Let's go back to our object, our rocket ship. Now we could create other keys that could create this sound, but really we want the sound to be created at the same time of the bullet being created. So we're going to go down and find the objects for audio in our toolbox. And we've got a whole bunch of different choices here, and your students are going to be able to kind of work through some of these, but what we want to do is pick play audio. So basically when the spacebar is pressed, the audio is going to play, and we need to pick from our sound options. So we're going to go ahead and pick ship shoot. Now, if we wanted to loop that sound like it was a background sound maybe for the game, you'd say loop. And you can do this by maybe having an event that is when the game loads that this sound effect plays, or when a screen happens, or when something happens, it can play a song, and maybe you want that to loop. That's what you do. For us, we don't want it to actually do anything except make the sound. Let's go ahead and launch our game. All right, so we can move this guy up and down, and here's the big test. There we go. We are now shooting bullets, and powerful bullets they are. We don't have our sound effect created just yet for our ships being destroyed, so that's the next step. But we are already in great shape for adding sound effects to our game.